Durbania. I'm Durbin, and I'm gonna read way too much into the first Resident Evil. With the new Resident Evil coming out in just about a week, the final chapter, or so I actually hope it's the final chapter. Thought it'd be fun to go way back to the first Resident Evil and read way too much into that. And you know, I think the thing that really reaches out to us about the idea of zombies and why we love shows like The Walking Dead, why we, continue to watch movies in the franchise of Resident Evil and any other zombie thing, is because I think zombies represent something that we know about humanity. That we are more than what we actually are. And the zombie is the picture of that, because the zombie is the thing that is living off its basest instincts only. And when we look at that picture, we know, okay, so yeah, the body is alive because the body is reanimated, but that's not life. Like, that's not humanity. And something instinctually inside looks at that picture and goes, no, we know human beings are more than that. And I really think it has to do with the fact that we can look in the mirror at our humanity and know there's got to be more than just this. We have got to be more than just our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and things like that. There's got to be something deeper, and there's got to be something that we are more. I mean, when you look at this movie, it kind of talks to that on the different levels. I mean, you've got the absolute picture of the zombie. People that have lost their humanity and lost their life. Though their bodies are animated, they're living off their basest instincts. They just the drive to eat and for food. But then you have the Umbrella Corporation, which is thriving off its basic instincts, which is people thriving off their base instincts for money, greed, power, genetic control. I mean, really what it is humans not acting as humans, but running solely from greed and solely on the most basest instincts that are inside. And so, like, we get a picture of that with the Umbrella Corporation. We get a picture of that with that, little red AI thing that runs around in there. It's not life. I mean, it talks, it has intelligence, and it's shutting down the plant and, keeping the virus contained. So it acts in intelligence, but it's cold. It's calculated. And we look at that and we go, well, that's not life. There's more to life than just that. There needs to be just a little bit of compassion. I mean, come on, they have the cure on the train. Let them get to the train and get to the cure. And the robot's like, no, you're not getting anywhere because I don't operate on the chance we're just shutting down everything. But then you have the character of Alice, who I think is a very fascinating character. And I didn't catch this the first time I was watching Resident Evil, but I mean, you do know that at the beginning of the movie, she has no memory. I mean, that nerve gas hits. Part of the side effects is when she wakes up from being unconscious for however long she was unconscious, is she doesn't remember a lot of things and doesn't remember a lot of her life. But slowly throughout the movie, things come back to her. Like when she's fighting the zombie dogs, I mean, suddenly just one shot, she kills each dog, and then she runs up on the wall and does that thing. Like, she starts to remember these moves and maneuvers she has. She starts to remember that she is more than she actually is. And as she begins to remember it, she begins to operate out of that. The whole story of the zombie actually, weirdly enough, reminds me of the story of Adam and Eve. Because in the story of Adam and Eve, God says, don't eat off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The day you eat it, you will surely die. And the day they ate it, did they die? I mean, they lived, right? Their bodies were animated, they had thoughts, emotions, and they had kids and things like that all afterwards. But they did die. It's the picture of the zombie, that something inside died, that they lost a connection, they lost something that they were truly part of. And just like in Resident Evil, where they do have a cure, like in this first movie, there's the green serum, which is the cure. We have that cure in life. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And then he said, I've come to give you life and to give you abundant life. So to me, it's like the picture of real life, that we know we are more than we actually are. And when I look at the Bible, when I look at Adam and Eve, and when I look at who Jesus is, we are more than we actually are. And Jesus came to restore that life to us, to make us that more than we actually are. And I found when I surrender my life to him, I find more life, and I begin to find who I actually am. A lot like Alice throughout this movie, who begins to remember who she is and begins to operate out of that. If you saw Resident Evil, what are your thoughts on this movie? What do you read into it? Make sure to let me know in the comments. While you're there, hit that subscribe button and become a Durbanian. Hit that little bell next to the subscribe button and get notified the moment I drop a video. Like and share this video. I'm Durbin. Thank you so much for checking out Durbania.